chest, that's Fendi. Step to a high class rave with a glass in my hand and I'm still in a tech freeze. My bro. Striking in MMA is one of the most varied and unpredictable things in combat sports, and it comes in so many. Certain strikers are is one that's rarely seen in MMA, mainly because it's incredibly hard to pull off correctly. MVP's game seems entirely built around the idea of being unpredictable, and also trying to make his opponents come to him first. One strength about MVP is that it's impossible to guess what strike he's going to throw next. Whether it's a wide punch, straight punch, knee, kick, elbow, whatever, he always stands just outside striking range because he knows he can close the distance faster than his opponents can. You can argue that his defense is flawed. One well-timed leg kick from Douglas Lima led to him being knocked out. But he found in the rematch with Lima that simply not being overconfident would lead to a victory. He'd drop Lima twice in the rematch, but he'd almost suffer the exact same fate as the first fight after a leg kick from Lima, missing the repeat knockout by a few inches. MVP spent the majority of his career in Bellator, and people criticised him for his lack of quality opposition. He eventually made the jump to the UFC, taking on Kevin Holland in March, and he proved that his striking doesn't just work against Bellator fighters. The showboating and taunting is an important aspect to MVP striking, as it baits his opponents to come to him, which is what he wants, since he's at his best as a counterpuncher, which is attributed to his incredible reflexes on the feet. Unfortunately, his style and the way he stands as a fighter doesn't favour wrestling. Since he stands straight up and his feet are always bouncing, he doesn't have a base to defend takedowns from, which has led to some losses in his career, including his most recent fight versus Ian Gary. Moving on to a second contender for most unorthodox striker in MMA, Jiří Procházka. As soon as Jiří signed to the UFC in 2020, he was an instant fan favourite. People loved his wild.
10 आदमी हैं into 10 into 87 1,74,00,000 उतने के कोई का ही लेगा 7 में मिल गया होगा सेकेंड हैंड क्या